You know that one video that you watched that changed your entire life? Where you looked back months later and you realized that that was the moment you just simply decided you were gonna go for it? That video, and the video you're gonna come back to in months, and remember, that's what changed everything. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm gonna be showing you the truth about the thing that it takes to actually make the change you want to make. This has to do with understanding that anytime you make a dramatic change in your life, it comes from a level of choice, and it's just that normally we give ourselves some type of map in the mind that it means we have to get to here, then to get to here, then to get to here to make it some type of change. But in actuality, change happens in a moment once you decide. Once there's what I call the trigger point, to where you just give it a meaning that says from this point going forward, everything is going to change. Now I'm going to show you how to make that change, and I'm going to show you how to just simply go for it. Now that's why it says just do it. Just do it. Just do it. I was trying to say it with the whole Shia LaBeouf thing, and I was like, wait, it's not just do this. Just do this. This is what you do. It's you first off understand that everything in life is based on the meaning that you give it, and based on the choice that you make, that you are simply going to change and get out of the old story that you told yourself. You see, every single one of us has an old story, old excuses of why we are where we currently are, why we have certain type of mentality, why we feel like we're unworthy of being in a relationship, why we feel the way that we do. And it's this perpetual story that goes over and over and over again in our mind that perpetuates a reality that is equal to that story we tell ourselves on the inside. Your reality is a direct reflection of the story that you tell yourself. So when we talk about changing our life, and this thing that I'm going to be sharing with you called a trigger point, it has to do with understanding your story. Think about it even like a movie. You ever seen that one movie where that thing happens, and then the main character is then in a challenge and has to overcome the challenge, and then he or she just makes a choice that they're going to be or do something, and then all of a sudden they overcome the challenge? Well, that's called every single movie that you've ever seen. And the idea is also understanding that you are in the movie of your own life, and you've been playing according to a script. There's been a certain script that someone gave you and said, here's your script. This is according to the way we expect you to be, and this is the way you are. And then you said, okay, this is the way I am. And people expect me to be this way, so I'm going to do everything I can to remain according to the script that they expect me to be. And then that remains on autopilot, and it plays itself out. It's like watching the same episode of Seinfeld over and over and over and over again, like Groundhog's Day. There's just a level of certainty. You know exactly what's going to happen. Ooh, is this going to happen at the end? Well, you've seen it 365 times a year, so you know what's going to be happening. And you know what's predictable. But the idea is that your life is predictable from this point going forward based on how you're currently thinking, feeling, and doing. But you've been telling yourself a certain narrative, a certain story about who you are. The thing is what you can either do is you can decide you're going to wait till some big challenge comes and you have to make a change, like somebody, your boyfriend or girlfriend breaks up with you. Then you got to make a change. Or it's some type of job that you lose and you're not doing what you're passionate about. Well, then you have to make a change. So you can either have these challenges come towards you, or you can simply decide that you are going to make that change. You're going to make that shift. And it really is a shift in meaning. What is it that makes you decide you're going to change your life? You're going to decide no more excuses, no more old story. I'm not going to play small. I'm not going to give up my main star role to someone else and just be a cameo in everyone else's movie. You decide, I'm going to be the star because I am the star. You really are the star of your own movie. It's just that you may have given away your role. But at any moment you can decide your life is going to change. Now the reason I say this too is because when I look back at my life, it happened in every change that I've made, every transformation change was one choice that I made. It was an actual choice. Even when I was learning meditation and I was like, you know what, I'm going to learn this meditation stuff. 2 or 3 days I didn't have any major results, but there was something about the 3rd or 4th day where I sat down and I had this, I don't know if it was a realization or if it was a choice, but I just realized my whole life is going to change from doing this. I just made that choice. And then I sat down, and within a day or two, I started to get these profound results with meditation. I started to be able to observe my thoughts. I started to be able to observe the beliefs I had, even the beliefs I had about having ADHD, not being able to focus, and I realized, hey, these are beliefs I have. I can observe these beliefs, and I can reframe them. And instead of saying I have ADHD, there's something wrong with me, I have a lot of energy. And I just need to ground it. I reframed it, gave it a positive meaning. No longer that I need Adderall in order to survive, in order to get by and to focus. I could then focus on meditation in the morning and at night, and that changed my whole life. But I did make the choice. And then the story that many of you know that I've told many times is I went daily on YouTube in February 2017. Walked around and I just had this feeling, what is the one thing I could do every day that would change my life the most over the next year? And I thought to myself, I don't know if it was a realization or if it was a choice, but it was just like, if I make videos every single day for a year, you will not be able to recognize your life. That's what I said to myself. And I said, wow, okay, I'm gonna make a video every single day, no matter what. Even while I'm working this 9-to-5 job, I had many excuses. The excuses could have been, oh, well, I'm working this 9-to-5 job and I'm there 40 hours a week. I don't have time to make videos for 30 hours a week. I said, I don't care. I said, I'm just going to push forward with it. And 30 hours a week I was making videos, and about 40 hours a week I was working. I was busy. But the thing is that's what I was passionate about. I believed in that vision. So the thing that you might not have right now where you feel like you don't know what direction to go in is because you don't have a vision. Ask yourself, what is that vision? What would you like to be doing in your life? What is a vision that you can move towards? Because if you don't have anything to move towards, you don't have any trigger point, which I'll talk about in a minute, to where then you could just decide that that's who you are. You see, normally we think that in reality, I've shared this before, but it's so true, it is so powerful. So we normally think that what happens is you must first, it's called be, do, have. You think that you must first do something, then you can have something, and then you can be something. So the idea is, oh, once I am doing and have a certain level of time of putting in YouTube videos, then eventually I can have enough subscribers to where I can go full time, and then I can finally be a full-time YouTuber. Reality works the exact opposite way. You must first be that which you want to be, then you can do and have that which is equal to the way you are being. It's giving yourself permission now to be this version of you by making the choice. What is that version of you? It's from the level of identity. How do you view yourself? What are you passionate about? Because when you come at it from this level, the reality is a reflection of that. It's just that normally people give them so much time until they can actually just be. But I've said, no, it doesn't matter. I am a full-time YouTuber now. And I was in that reality. I was living in that vibration. And then my reality literally conformed and molded to my expectation and my vision of it. And then in August 2017, I went into work and said, guess what? Peace out. Peace out. No more 9-to-5 job for me. All this politics at my old job, working at Barney's New York in women's shoes, where there was all this kissing up and you had to, in order to get certain days off and all this weird stuff, and then I go in, done. After 2 weeks, never have to go back. So it's about understanding this choice, what I call a trigger point. A trigger point is where you simply decide that you are going to change your life. You simply decide that. And it can be a choice. You see, you think that you don't have a choice. You might think that something great has to happen. Some major trigger point, like in all the movies you've seen, has to happen for you to make that choice. You're watching this video right now for a reason. And that reason is for you to make the choice to let go of the old story, wire in a new action action today that wires in a new choice for you. What is that choice you're making? Is it a choice that you're going to get in the gym and get in a certain body weight? Is it the choice that you're going to make that you're no longer going to accept being around somebody that's bringing your energy down? Is it that you're going to accept that you've had enough with certain things in your life? Is it that you're going to dedicate yourself at fighting your passion? Is it that there's something you know you should be doing but you're not doing it, that today you decide you're going to do it? Make that choice today. I promise you that when you look at your life in the future, you will see such a dramatic change. I made that choice with going full-time on YouTube, and guess what? My life changed. Everyone I've told this to, by the way, that has applied it, has had this result. So the thing that my goal is in this video is to get you to make that choice. Get you to make that choice. And my question is to you, what you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Your reality is a direct reflection of what you believe it to be. So if you want to continue to live in the same autopilot mind, that's cool, but you're going to continue to get the same result over and over and over and over and over again. In the autopilot mind, get into reality that is equal to how you think, equal to how you feel, and equal to how you act. That's going to be your same reality. Now, my goal with this video is to show you, to ask you a question. This simple question right here. You ready? Here's a very important question for this process. If you remain with the same beliefs that you have right now in the present moment, imagine them amplified 5 years from now. What does your life look like? Pick a couple of your limiting beliefs. What does your life look like in 5 years from now if you don't change that belief? How about 10 years from now? Look at it in detail. With my old job, I remember there were people that worked at the job that I had that were 5, 10 years older than me. And they were there. They weren't passionate about it. Someone's passionate about selling shoes. I think it's really cool. There were people that I worked with that were really passionate about it. I think it's really cool. But I just personally wasn't there. There were other people that weren't passionate about it, but were doing it because it got them by. They were just getting by. And I said, I don't want to be that in 5 or 10 years. I know the future of me being a certain way, and that's not me. That's not what I want. Well, what about you? Can you see yourself 5 years from now, 10 years from now, if you don't change that belief, if you continue to believe that you're unworthy, if you continue to attract abusive relationships, if you continue to have a job that you hate? Well, that is the key right there. Make the choice that that is not your timeline and choose to make a new choice. The only way that you're going to get out of that projection is by making a new choice. If you remain on that timeline, then that's what you're going to continue to get. So the reason I explain that to you is because I want you to make the new choice. Make the new choice. Make the choice that from this point going forward, your life is going to change. That's really as easy as it becomes. It's about understanding the movie of your own life that you have been living on autopilot, and normally there's this one moment in a movie where someone decides, never again, this is what I'm going to do to change. You just have to make that choice. Make that choice today. I have a meditation on YouTube that's about shifting to a parallel reality that has like, I don't know, like 700,000 or 800,000 views or more. It's one of my most popular meditations. And in that meditation, what happens is you become aware of that you are living in one probable reality, and then what you become aware of is that you are going to walk through a door and walk into a new reality, and then there's no going back. What that meditation does, and I'm like, why is this meditation so popular? If you read the comments, there is so many people that says their life is transformed from that meditation. And I'm thinking to myself, why? You know, I put intention for it to be powerful and for it to change people's life, but at the degree to which it works for people, I'm like, what is it? It's because people that just give themselves permission to know they've shifted. You just give yourself permission to know there's no going back. You can tell yourself a story that, nope, you have to go a little bit forward and 3 steps back, and then eventually you can make a little bit more progress. That's a story. That's it. It's a story. You can choose to change right now by just deciding to change. This is all about you. This is all about your choice. Everything in life is actually no meaning other than the meaning you give it. So you watching this video right now will have zero meaning unless you give it meaning. And what I'm explaining to you is you can give it the meaning that you watch this video and you're going to decide, you're going to drop your old story, you're going to drop the excuses as to why you can't have what you want, and you're just going to decide that right now, I can do this. See, this is the thing. Every moment, it's a new moment. Every moment, it's a new moment. You think that you are the same person every moment because you have a level of memory. You are changing every single moment. The thing is people tell themselves the same story, therefore they continue to change to the same person over and over and over and over and over again. What I'm saying is that every moment you're a new person. Every moment you're a new person. You're a new person now. You're a new person now. You're a new person now. Don't tell yourself the same story. Simply decide you're a new person that decides you want something, you go for it. You're a new person that when you say something, you do it. You're a new person where you're aware of the food you put in your body. You're a new person to where you love yourself 100% and you do activities every day that wires that in. That's who you are. That's all. That is who you are. Every moment is a new moment. So right now, what story are you telling yourself? Allow yourself to shift. Allow yourself to make the new choice. So this video, I have just spent about 15 minutes showing you and getting you to a place, hopefully, to where you decide to make the change. You got to make that change though. Now, when I talk about a trigger point, it is this point in your life where you can imagine right now that there was a certain story you told yourself, and then you had this video experience where you watched this video, and you could take this into your story and say, I watched this one video and just simply decided that my whole life is going to change. Make this part of your story. That's what I did with YouTube. I remember walking around my hallway, living at my dad's house, saying, I want to go full-time on YouTube. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to go every single day no matter what. I didn't remember. I was in that hallway and I decided I'm going to remember being in this hallway making this choice. Well, same thing. Right now, you're either driving to work, watching this video, listening to it. You're maybe at your house getting ready to do something for the day. You're maybe getting ready for bed at night. You're maybe just killing some time at lunch break. Whatever it is, decide right now. Make it a vivid picture for what you're doing. And this moment you decided right now that you're going to change, you then make that choice, and then your life changes from this point going forward. And you simply trust that. And by trusting that, guess what? You will have synchronicity that comes in your life that changes absolutely everything. But that's up to you. Everything in life has zero meaning other than the meaning you give it. However, you can decide right now that you are going to shift. You are going to change. This is the trigger point for you. Make this story something you become aware of and watch your life begin to change in ways you can't even imagine. So, for this, understand that the more you go through the process of letting go of what doesn't serve, the more you raise your vibration, the easier things are for you to create in your life. So let go of what doesn't serve, let go of the old story, and watch your life begin to change. Now, there is this new thing that I have, and it's called whatsmyvibration.com or whatismyvibration.com. It is something you can go to calibrate your current vibration, and you will know where you are in the form of an archetype, and then I show you how to get to the next level of consciousness. And I give you a meditation for you to get to that next level of consciousness, plus I send you emails showing you exactly what to do to get to that next level. So if you want to calibrate your vibration and to find out, so many people are reaching out to me like, how do I find my vibration? Well, I made a quiz for you to know exactly where that it is using certain statements and using certain thought processes. Go ahead and take it. It takes about a minute for you to take that quiz. You will know your vibration and you will know how to get to the next level. It is absolutely free. You can download it or go to whatsmyvibration.com. It'll be in the top of the description box below. That will help you to raise your vibration. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace, much love, and namaste.